Ngày nát thì mình không YouTube Facebook Facebook thôi là YouTube bây giờ
ꯇꯧꯖꯔꯛꯀꯦ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ
không
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯥꯏꯐꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯒꯦꯅ ꯅꯦꯠꯁꯦ ꯆꯦꯛ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯦ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯅꯦꯠ ꯆꯦꯛ ꯇꯧꯖꯕꯅꯦ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯌꯥꯔꯤꯈꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯁꯤꯌꯥꯔ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯅꯕ ꯅꯤꯡꯁꯤꯡꯖꯔꯤ
anh này sai thật mà con thích cái nào phải xem nào
ngakꯇꯪ ꯉꯥꯏꯕꯤꯌꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯑꯅꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯇꯣꯞ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯃꯦꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯏꯆꯤꯟ ꯏꯅꯥꯎꯁꯤꯡ ꯌꯧꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯄꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯉꯥꯏꯅꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯥꯏꯍꯥꯛ ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯧꯅꯕ ꯇꯧꯔꯅꯤ
Hello, hello. Yeah, very good OG esteemed media persons. Actually, we are late to begin this press meet. It's because we just got the invitation little lately. So we are expecting a little more press media office to be arrived. So let's wait for a little more time. Thank you. Shall we begin? First of all, on behalf of Coordinating Committee on Medical Integrity, we welcome the esteemed media persons from different media houses across the country. Today, after a long 75 days of turmoil situation in Manipur, so 𝐶𝐺 has decided to reach out to the capital of the country.
Still not by the water number.
We would like to come up with certain
Can walk in my pipe.
issues which needs to be addressed in the nation, so that it will help in verifying certain issues which people often get confused with the way the things are spread or being misled or misinformed in a way in different platforms like social media, and even including certain national media too. When we watch it from home, back home in Manipur, we were quite surprised with the way the reports are being narrated, the visuals are being shown. Some of the reports were quite contrast to what is happening on the ground. Sometimes they used to show the houses of buildings being burned down, but the reports were narrating on these houses being burned. So those kind of so many misinformation, so kind of incomplete informations are being spread all over the country for over past 75 days. And we have been patiently waiting for the right time. Right time in a sense. There are certain things which time brings up, not the situation. We are waiting for that time, and because of 75 days of close engagement and observations, we are now able to gather enough reports and information based on authentic documents, authentic reports, verified data, so many factual informations are available. So we thought that as the first phase of 𝗏𝗏𝗧's official address to the country, we should go to reach out to the capital and start our first reporting. That's why today we are here. And thank you everyone once again for coming here. First of all, there is one urgent matter which we want to raise before coming to the entire issues of the Manipur violence. That is tomorrow, the 26th of July, the Ministry of Home Affairs is likely to have an official meeting, a political dialogue with the suspension of operations, consider them as the 𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗦𝗏 terrorist groups. They are the ones who are directly engaged. We have evidence, we have now videos, we have photos, we have their organization flags, which is being posted in several places. Those groups now don't have any legitimacy to have a legal dialogue or a political dialogue with the government of India. The government of India should also not indulge in further giving them a due recognition as a legitimate armed insurgent groups or an armed political groups. Since the beginning of the 4th May, we have photos and videos where the combat dress armed militants were directly involved nearest village of the Meitei community, which is at Tongbong in 𝗏𝗏𝗏. And if we look at the timeline of the events, which will be verified not by us, but through the WhatsApp groups and postings in their own community groups. Groups managed and admin by the Kuti groups. We will show you the screenshots where how these events initiated. Right from the very solidarity march, which they say will start around 10:20 to 11 a.m. in the morning in 𝗏𝗏𝗏. So, first of all, if the government of India keeps engaging and legitimizing the 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗃 narco-terrorist groups, despite all the available evidences, then we, the people of Manipur, the indigenous citizen of India, the indigenous community of Manipur, have no other options than to defy any sort of system which is doing not to protect and defend the interests of the indigenous people's lives and properties. Therefore, we have to find our own ways to defend and to counter all those aggressions which is being continuously committed by 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗃 narco-terrorist groups. We feel that the government of India's treatment and handling of armed 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗃 narco-terrorist groups violates the fundamental rights of the indigenous Meitei community, indigenous Meitei citizens of Manipur, and the treatment, the way they are going to hold a political dialogue as a process of the issue agreement, which began in the year 2008. It shows that they are still trying to legitimize their existence. On the other side, they are today, right now, in Manipur, they are engaging and targeting the innocent civilians with their assault rifles, raising down several Meitei houses in the periphery villages, even targeting the Indian army. Day before, I think 2 days back, one of the bulletproof vehicles of the assault rifles was being attacked with a bomb by the Kuti militants and it's being destroyed. And it's already reported in the local media. And we feel that the government of India is not taking enough concrete actions despite several evidence of violating the suspension of Operation Ground Rules by the 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗃 narco-terrorist groups. We would like to present you the ground rule agreements, the SU agreements, and I will try to brief you on what aspect they have started violating. I will also provide you the list of FIR cases, list of incidents where they have violated certain ground rules. Let's begin with the agreement with the United People's. It's called UPF, and it comprises of 8 groups, which is United People's Front, Kuki Revolutionary Army, Kuki National Front, United Kuki Liberation Front, Jomi Revolutionary Army, Mar People's Conference Democratic, and Jomi Defense Volunteers UPF. In the preamble of this very agreement, this is an authentic agreement. Here is the signature of the Chief Secretary, the officials, everyone. In the preamble, they have verified, they have mentioned that they will abide by the Constitution of India, the laws of the land, and the territorial integrity of Manipur. The Constitution of India, the laws of the land, and the territorial integrity of Manipur. But today, their campaign is for separate administration under Article 3, a new state, which is already being issued by 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 Manipur. I have the official press release statement of the 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦. So, number one, they are violating the preamble. Right from preamble, they started violating the ground rules. Number one. Number two, in the same preamble in 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦, they mentioned that the United People's Front as a conglomerate of the allied groups will assume part of violence and will not engage in violent or unlawful activities like killing, injuries, kidnapping, ambush, extortions, intimidations, carrying of arms in public, and imposing of tax or fines. These are all being carried out over the past 75 days, especially the ZRA, the Zombie Revolutionary Army. They have been carrying out all these activities right now. We have evidence. In the same agreement, there is also a mention about the cadres of the group will stay in the designated camps. The routine administration of the camp will be in the hands of the group. They say that they will stay in the camp, in the designated camp. However, on 14th of May, 2023, that is during this turmoil situation, the security advisor of Manipur, Mr. 𝗠𝗘𝗘𝗧, is the security advisor of Manipur right now, and he even taken the charge of the chairman of the Unified Command. That means the military, the paramilitary, the state forces, all this comes under one Unified Command, and he took charge of the Unified Command during May and June. Now it will be revoked and the charge will be taken over by the Chief Minister again. But during his as a chief advisor of the security of the state of Manipur, he had officially stated on 14th May 2013 in Nepal that there is a report of the missing of cadres from Sioux designated camps. This is an official statement from the security advisors. Therefore, the points of one of the ground rules, the cadres of the groups will stay in designated camps, violated and is being confirmed by the security advisor of the state. Next point. The conduct of cadres during the course of the suspension of operation agreements. The cadres in the or as a group will not acquire any additional arms, ammunition or military equipment. Show me the picture. This picture is about one of the well-trained cadres of the 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 militants, and he is holding an INSAS rifle. INSAS rifle is the product of the government Ministry of Defense. This is not found in black market. It cannot be buy or sold in any part of the country. How come the 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 are using INSAS rifle? And in the very WhatsApp group here, when they comment, when the cookie folks comment in the photo of this post, what did they say? Delete ASAP. It's being commented by one of the cookie folks. He's saying that delete this photo as soon as possible. Why? Because this reveals that the Sioux cadres or the 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 militants are directly engaging in this violent aggression by the narco-terrorist groups, and they are even using the INSAS rifle of the government of India. carry out fresh recruitment. Not carry out fresh recruitment of cadres or raise additional military outfits, front organizations, or to try to run its own sovereign government. They have committed that they will not carry out fresh recruitment, right? Now I will show you this. I'm also providing you the details later. We have the finding. This is a report from the Home Department of the State of Manipur. Here is a table showing that how many cadres has violated the SU agreements. Okay, and there is two types of table. The first one, the table heading says SU violations by listed SU cadres. What's my point? Listed SU cadres means at the time of signing of this agreement, they have listed the list of cadres and known them with identical issue. The total number of SU cadres, as per our sources, is around 2,175. And it should be 2,175 till today, because in the agreement it is clearly mentioned which says unlisted SU cadres. What do you mean by? And the number of violated persons, number of cadres unlisted arrested total is 156. Out of this 156, the United People Front, the group of 8 militant groups, they have 72 cadres violated, and they have been cases have been filed against them. Then the Women and national organizations, the other groups, they also violated around 84 cadres and violated the agreement, and 49 cases have been registered against the cadres, and UPF has got 37 cadres being registered. So there are the details of the name, FIR numbers, the incidents of all the activities that they have carried out, and this is an official document which we get through RTI. So it has clearly shown that the UG group will not carry out fresh recruitment is also being completely violated. Next, they will not undertake offensive operations like ambush, raid, sniping, and attack leading to death and injury or loss of property against the security forces, other groups, or the public. So if our media houses has a report of the houses being burned down in the urban area in the first instance by the afternoon of the 3rd May, we have a video and photos of that group of people approaching from 𝗠𝗔𝗡𝗦𝗏 side. Among them, we have clear videos and photos with combat dressed militants holding sophisticated AK-47 rifles and marching towards the Mete village. After attacking, when they come back, everyone was rubbing their shoulders that they have done a good job. And it's visible in the social media videos. The property of the innocent civilians, and we also have reports about 2 state police forces, 1 Assam Rifles, in the first week, second week of May, succumbed to the bullet injuries of ARA militant groups in 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗏 area of Ipat's district. He was bullet injured, later he was taken to the army hospital, and after 2 days he succumbed to injuries. The army of the IGR East. So this is also another violations. Here they say that they will not construct memorial for voice flag or carry out parades of armed cadres. They will not voice flag. They will not carry out parades of armed cadres in front of public or anywhere beyond the SU designated camps. This is the flag of the Joby Revolutionary Army, and this flag has been hoisted at the foothills neighboring the major villages, and from there they built up bunkers and they were shooting at attacking towards the many villages. And march, yes. And this is the Jomi March, Jomi Revolutionary Army marching. Here at the back side, where camouflage combat dresses, militant groups are marching in the middle of 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗏 district headquarters. Don't you think this is a violation of the ground rules? And when they perform a public gathering saying that remembrance wall or demonstration of empty coffins and empty photo frames, here maximum of the colors with the flag of the Jomi Revolutionary Army on the shoulders, everyone was coming out in public and they were taking part in the march. Which means that it is also another clear violation of the separation of operation ground rules. In the end, they said that in case of groups found violating the ground rules, the joint monitoring group would be free to terminate the suspension of offense against the group. This is clearly written in the conclusion of the SUE agreement itself. Now I have bring forward in front of every one of you that how they have violated. I have bring up only for quite some time and so many times during the representing the voice of the people of Manipur, especially the indigenous people of Manipur. Appeal for one last time to the Government of India and the Ministry of Home Affairs that they should not further engage or indulge in legitimizing those narco-terrorist militant groups. To have a political dialogue or to have any sort of formal or official engagement with them until and unless the necessary legal action has been initiated against them for violation of all these incidents. And tomorrow they are likely to have an official dialogue. If that happens, then Kokomi also will be compelled to take some action to the people of Manipur in the near future. This is one point to be raised for us. Now let's come to the point of the main issue of the present crisis, how it happened, and the world, and what is the reality, and up to what extent the syndicate group of those narco-terrorist groups projected the incident into a very right from day one. Let me come out with some of the 𝗣𝐺𝗘𝗦 indigenous people. The 𝗣𝐺𝗘𝗦 indigenous people don't have any agenda, don't have any purpose, don't have any objective to engage in this violence in Manipur. We don't initiate this violence. We were never part of it. And we even don't know that this thing is going to happen on 3rd of May. When this very incident sparked out in 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗏 area, even myself, I was in Delhi. I was here for a Supreme Court case. I was a petitioner, so I was attending here to the proceedings. So I was here in Delhi. This report is also needs to be come out with facts. Otherwise, we already had enough of misleading and double lies of the lies, the duplicity of the Chinfuki narco-terrorist campaigners. They are trying to defend which is indefensible. Number one point. rally, was the solidarity rally. But I don't know if you are aware of it or not. During the rally itself, by around 10:30, rally in 𝗠𝗔𝗡𝗦𝗣𝗨𝗥 the rally of 3rd May begins in 𝗠𝗔𝗡𝗦𝗣𝗨𝗥 around 10. When the rally was just about to begin, they have already vandalized and burned down the forest beat office in 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 village in 𝗠𝗔𝗡𝗦𝗣𝗨𝗥, which is again followed up by 12:30, another forest beat office in 𝗏𝗏 village, which is again followed up by burning down another office in 𝐶𝐳 village. So when that rally proceeds, whenever there is a government establishment or forest offices, they started burning down one after another, and they claim to the nation, they claim to the world that it is a peace rally. So it's already pre-planned. In very near future, we are also going to come out with a list of top bureaucrat officials from 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗣𝗨 groups who works in the government of Manipur. You know what happened? Even we don't know. But many of them already took advanced leave, casual leave by 25th to 28th of April. How could that happen? At a sudden time, did they anticipate this 3rd May? That they are going to attack the 𝗣𝗚 village, and in the Imphal area, the 𝗣𝗚 is going to retaliate to the 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗣𝗨 groups? Did they anticipate that incident? Is that why many of them took advanced casual leave in the last week of April? So that is being raised to the security to register in the list of investigations. On what ground did they took advanced leave? Their phone numbers should be checked, their account transactions should be checked, their communications should be checked. Then we will definitely find some leads. How did they took advanced leave? So this incident continued from 10:30, 12:30, 1:30, 1:30, 2:40, 3 p.m., 3:30 p.m., 5 p.m., 5:30 p.m., 6 p.m. These are all incidents of burning down, vandalizing, destroying everything. Right from 10:30, then only by around 7 p.m. the first incident in 𝗏𝗏 in Imphal. The first incident of retaliation happened in terms of violence was initiated by the 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗣𝗨 groups who are being empowered, sponsored, and financed by the narco-terrorist groups. And here are the WhatsApp communications screenshots. The phone number belongs to the cookies, the time of posting, the details of the locations and the incidents. It can never be rolled out. These are authentic reports. This is being traced from their WhatsApp groups. So this will be issued to everyone of you if you need it. Then what happens? Why are they doing this? What has this to do with the innocent villagers who are settling in the periphery in the neighboring village of the 𝗠𝗔𝗡𝗦𝗣𝗨𝗥? And those Maytays like Roman and their relatives and friends who are settling those villages. Those Maytay villages who are in the middle of the 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗣𝗨 dominated inhabited areas of 𝗠𝗔𝗡 district. It has nothing to do with those innocent people. Then why are they targeting them? Because of that, many of the innocent civilians have also been fall victim when the military volunteers start retaliating by death. But those people who are suffering today, those people who lost their home completely, those people who have lost their near and dear ones, every one of them in both sides of the community has nothing to do with this violence, but still they become the victim of this violence. Why is it so? There is three main points, three main issues which the 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 narco-terrorist group cannot tolerate or cannot handle or cannot defend in any way. What are the three important issues? Number one is the legal action taken up by the state government on drugs, drug trafficking, drug peddling, and drug business. This is number one point. Number two is the state government's initiative as per the demand pursued by the Indigenous Communication Bill, the United Naga Council, the top apex body of the Naga indigenous people of Manipur. We have jointly issued and pressed the state government to initiate some legal actions to detect and identify all the illegal immigrants present in the state of Manipur. Because the state government has come out with a list of 1,200 villages, unrecognized villages, over a span of 10 years time. And the village was more or less like an explosion. And it has created a huge demographic imbalance in the state of Manipur. And because of that, the United Naga Council, in coordination with, jointly coordinated with the, has pursued the state government and the central government, including the Home Minister, to exercise the National Register of Citizenship. And while waiting for the preparation of that exercise, we pursued the state government to commission constitute a population commission and begin our first line of survey and scrutiny of any suspected territory or area. And because of the directives of the state of central government, the state government has come out with the first phase of exercise, especially in the suspected 4 districts of Manipur bordering Myanmar. And the districts are Tengnokhol, Chandel, Churachandpur, and Kamrong. These 4 districts share international boundary with Myanmar. And Manipur shares around 390 kilometers of international borders, which is completely porous, 100% porous, you can say. And Assam Rifles is in charge of Indo-Myanmar border management. And I think they have failed in this task. They have failed in these responsibilities. So before coming to the Assam Rifles, let me complete with the survey. The first phase of survey, which was held on 24th of April 2023, that is somewhere 9 days ahead of the Manipur violence of 3rd May, 24th of April. In that survey, the state officials have identified 2,187 illegal immigrants without any documents. but they have been settling there for quite some time. They already built houses. They already started having an electric. How is that possible? So the state government has reported, and necessary actions was initiated. So this has also given a big threat to those narco-terrorist groups who have been bringing in illegal immigrants as a daily wages, as a skilled laborers for coffee cultivation in the state of Manipur. And it's in a huge number. We really don't know the exact number as of now, because this exercise is yet to be full-fledgedly, executed, and it is yet to be come out. So we really don't know the exact number. However, we know that the total number of villages, new villages, applied for recognition to the state government numbers around 1,200 villages over a span of only 10 years. So it is quite evident, that's evident enough to prove that 1,200 villages can shelter at least, say 50 people or 100 people per villages. Into 1,200 means how many people? And the majority, 95% of them are from Myanmar. So this initiative of the government groups. One last point of the method is that villages and houses from reserve forest, wetland, wildlife sanctuaries, protected forest, and classified forest. Those initiatives are being done by topography, by geography. You know that Manipur constitutes of around 90% of hills. Delhi comprises of only 10%, out of which around 250 square kilometers has to be taken off for the Nota plain. You have to remove another 2% from that, which is completely restricted from any sort of purpose other than agricultural activities as per the Manipur Agricultural Land Protection Act. So, habitable area will come down to 24%. And the population is around 20 lakhs, 2 million, excluding the hill populations. And the entire environmental health of the state of Manipur depends on our forest, our ecology. Because geographically, topographically, Manipur Valley of the hills are located at an altitude of around 720 meters above sea level. Today we are standing in Delhi. If Manipur is just beside New Delhi, if Imphal is there, then we have to look like this. At least 730 meters above. That is where Imphal Valley lies. So the environmental health is very important. Environmental security is very important. During the course of the Meitei civilization or the Manipur civilization, we have been settling here for not less than 5,000 years. And the necessary resources is being provided and supplied by our forest. We know the value. As per the course of the evolution, we came down to the valley and settled, no doubt. But we still practice respecting the forest, respecting the trees. In our Meitei society,
if you want to cut a people tree, if you want to cut a mature people tree, you have to first serve a prayer. You have to serve him some sort of fruits, some sort of one candlelight, one agarbatti. You have to pray to him or pray to the people tree, request him that we have to take you down, otherwise we are having this and that, please pardon us, this and that. Then only you can cut down. So deforestation is completely against the cultural codes or traditional practices of the Meitei or Manipur civilization. If you want to cut down a bamboo, if you want to cut down a bamboo tree, you have certain days. Other than 10 days in a week, you cannot cut down bamboo. There is a belief that cutting down bamboo, if I want to cut down a bamboo, if it's my birthday, I cannot do that. If it's the last day of the lunar moon, we cannot do that. So there are several days to, minimize the deforestation process. And that's what we have been practicing. But when this new immigrant community arrived in Manipur, they have completely destroyed the entire forest of the Manipur without any hindrance. And the rate of deforestation, is so high, the state forest data, it keeps sinking drastically in the Kuki inhabited area. While in the Naga areas, in the Meitei areas, deforestation is very low. But in Kuki area, it's massive, We have two sacred mountains. One is the 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 mountain, which falls under the 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 district. Some parts are in the 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 district. And it is one of the sacred mountains of the Meitei community, Meitei society. Every year, in the month of April and in the month of December, twice a year, every Meitei used to go for a pilgrimage. In the same manner, the Meitei also practices to visit the peak of the mountain of the Mount 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦, the Lord 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦 and the Lord 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐴. Lord 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐴 is in the southwest, Lord 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 is in the northwest. These two mountain ranges is one of the most sacred mountains of Manipur. Why? Because these two mountains have been supplying sufficient water, sufficient climate, sufficient adequate forest products, and adequate climate balance over the past 4,000, 5,000 years of civilization, and we survived from the resources of 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦. But today, 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦 is being now almost 70% of the 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦 mountain is completely destroyed, and almost nearly 1.5 lakhs population, 1.7 lakhs of Chin-Kuki immigrant communities are settling in the hills of 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦, and they have been deforesting day after day, and the forest health of 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦 is now 70% completely destroyed. And because of that, the state government has issued and surveyed the reserve forest area, which is being decreed pre-independence of India, which has been decreed during the monarch time, during the British rule of State Darbar decree. In the same line, the Mount 𝗤𝗔𝗡 range, which falls under the 𝗤𝗏𝗏𝗏 district, is also now almost at the brink of. Why? Because massive coffee cultivation is going on there. Massive coffee cultivations. I'll come up with the numbers now. As per the Intelligence Bureau Director's report, it has been reported that in Manipur, around 1,25,000 acres of hill forest areas being completely deforested and coffee cultivation has been carried out. 125,000 acres of hill forest is being completely destroyed and poppy cultivation is being carried out. From this cultivation, the 𝗔𝗏𝗘𝗦𝗏 is generating an amount of 50,000 crores, that is 500 billion Indian rupees annually from opium cultivation. And Manipur is now the second largest opium producer of the world, which is very alarming, which is really alarming. And they have successfully, over the past 25 years, since the signing of the suspension of cooperation agreement in 2008, since that time, they have been successfully institutionalized, established the narco-terrorist empire in the Kuki-dominated areas of Manipur. The state government has, since 2017, over the past 5 years, the state government has seized drugs worth 5,456 crores. And the state government has destroyed around 18,000 acres of poppy farms. And we are still left with almost 150,000 crores, 1,50,000 this thing. 1,05,000 acres of poppy farms yet to be destroyed. And because of the rigorous and aggressive action from the state government, it has given a big blow to the narco economy, which they have already successfully established in the Kuki-dominated areas of Manipur. Why are we saying 𝗔𝗏𝗘𝗦𝗏 𝗔𝗏𝗘𝗦𝗏? Because those poppy farms, those drug trafficking are being carried out by those armed militant groups. They have been defending or protecting the poppy farms with armed others, like the way that had happened in the then Golden region of Golden Triangle of Shan State, Laos, and Thailand. In the same manner, the whole idea, the whole infrastructure, the whole institution has now shifted inside the territory of Manipur, which is very alarming. And this is a direct threat to the national security of India. Why am I saying this? Because let me come up with one very important text where I'm checking this. Yeah. This letter is from June 19, 2019. This is a letter from the Ministry of Home Affairs sent to the state government. It is regarding one of the leaders of the SOOP groups, the 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏, who is one of the key actors in this Manipur violence right now. The demonstration, the photos that we showed in our board belong to 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏. And the name of the leader is called 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, Mr. 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. What is the letter saying? The letter says that indicate that 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 President of 𝐵𝐺𝐸 Reunification Organization, 𝗣𝐺𝐸, or 𝐵𝐺𝐸 Revolutionary Army, 𝗣𝐺𝐸, a constituent of United People's Front, a conglomerate of 𝗣𝐺𝐸 presently under suspension of operation, is a native of Pangmol village, 𝗠𝗔𝗡 Township, Chin State, Myanmar. This is a letter from Minister of Home Affairs of India. And it follows like this. It says that it is learned that he was elected in 1919 as member of parliament in Myanmar as a candidate of 𝗣𝐸 National Congress. However, he fled from Myanmar for fear of arrest. Further, 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 is settled in 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗏, India, Manipur since 1995 and has not visited his native place in Myanmar. Presently, 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 is in possession of an Indian passport as well as voter ID card. He, along with his family members, are registered voters in Manipur. A factual report along with legal action taken against 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 may be furnished to the Ministry by 30 June 2019. The question is, he is an elected MP in Myanmar in the year 1990, and just after 5 years, he becomes a citizen of India, and he even possesses an Indian passport. To my little knowledge as a layman citizen of India, I think that as per the Citizenship Act of India, if someone has to become a bona fide citizen, if a foreigner has to become a bona fide citizen of India, he has to stay in this country for at least 14 years minimum. And then also he has to go through the foreign office. Then he is coming for asylum or whatever may be the reason. He will be recorded. His presence in the country will be recorded. Then he will be settled there for at least 8 to 14 years. Then only he can claim for his citizenship. After claiming citizenship, he can apply for enlisting in the electoral roll, voter roll, or holding processing an Indian passport. But he was elected as an MP in 1990 and holding a passport, Indian passport in 1995. So it clearly shows that here is a big flawed, what do you say, lacuna in the legal process of the Constitution of India, in the management of migration of foreigners across the borders, movement of foreigners across the borders of India-Myanmar boundary. What is the responsibilities of the Assam Rifles for over past 40 years? This is a correspondence letter from June 28, 2023, recently, during this turmoil situation in Manipur. This is a letter written by Superintendent of Police of 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗏 district, and he is writing this letter to the Superintendent of Police of 𝗤𝗏𝗡 district. These two districts are very immigrant sensitive districts, and this letter mentioned about a table of Myanmari citizens who are injured with bomb scrapers and bullets, and they have been given treatment in 𝗤𝗏𝗡𝗏 district hospital. During the very sensitive time, June 2023, it's last month, and it is at the peak of the Manipur violence. And how come they got the Myanmar National Court treatment in 𝗤𝗏𝗡𝗏 district hospital? This was that who are campaigning across the nation, who are directly engaged in the gun attacks back home, they are taking support from the Myanmar-based militant outfits. And we also have some reports that militants holding sophisticated weapons attacking the Meitei villages who wear lungi. In Manipur, Kukis don't wear lungi, but Kukis in Myanmar wear lungi. So there is a very high chances that there is an involvement of Myanmar origin militant groups supporting the Manipur-based militant groups of the Chinbuki groups. They are coordinating together and attacking into the Meitei community. This is one example. And this is from 24th July. This is from yesterday. This is from yesterday. This report says that this is a letter from General Staff Officer, Inspector General of the Assam Rifles, and they write a letter to the Deputy Secretary of Government of Manipur. And the letter heading says that fresh illegal influx of Myanmar nationals along Indo-Myanmar border in Chandel districts. And they have detected around 718 Myanmar nationals during July 22nd and July 23rd. This is just 3 days back. Just 3 days back. And because of this letter, the government of Manipur Home Department has issued a press statement yesterday acknowledging the presence of Myanmar nationals in huge number. And they write in the way that they say, in connection with similar issues in the past, similar issues that treatment of Myanmar nationals endued with sophisticated weapons being treated in Churachandpur of the district of Manipur. The state government had informed some rivals, being border guarding force, to take strict action to prevent entry of Myanmar nationals into Manipur on any ground without valid visas or travel documents as per instructions of Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. So, all these things, all these reports that we are presenting in front of you is because we feel in a way that these very complex and complicated issues is being tried many times by the Chinbuki narco-terrorist groups to deviate from the actual core issue and keep on spreading and propagating to baseless or some kind of irrelevant issues. Like in the first place, they pick up the agenda of tribal community being attacked by the Meiteis, which was rejected by the majority of our all indigenous tribal groups. Then they couldn't continue with that narratives again. Then they changed themselves to the new narrative of Chinbuki Christians being attacked by Israel. They even sent the safe or SOS letter to the European Parliament, to the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, even to the United Nations Secretary General. So when we go through all the three letters that they have sent in different places, their arguments are also not same. In the European Parliament, they said that it's discrimination or annihilation of the Christian minorities by the Hindu majority. When they write to the Benjamin Netanyahu, they are the lost tribe of the Israel, the Manasi tribe, and they need the safe or soul support from Israel. And when they write to the United Nations, they claim that they are aspiring to have a cookie land, merging together the Manipur portion of cookie-dominated areas, the Mizoram state of India, the Chin state of Myanmar, and the Chittagong hill tracts of Bangladesh. They want to join it together and form a separate zone land. That is what they have written in another representation. Then the narrative of Christian and Hindu religious scholars debunked by the many Christian campaigners, and from our side we write a letter to the President of the European Parliament justifying all the facts and figures of what is happening in the past. Now it's completely useless for them to argue that. Then when their MLAs, they again mention 5 ethnic groups: Chin, Kuki, Mizo, Jogi, Ma. This is what they have mentioned in their letters to the government for demanding a separate administration. Then also don't last long. After a week or two, they change the narratives again, their identity again to Chin, Kuki, Zhou tribes. And finally, the latest one is Kuki, Zhou ethnic. So they keep changing the narrative, and now they are playing the card of victim, picking up some which is completely not related with the very core issue that I have mentioned on Chin-Kuki narco-terrorist aggression. But we have to focus on this. If there is a conflict, we accept there is no denying that stray incidents like what we have been experiencing in the past couple of days. Atrocities being committed or being, taken place in both sides of the community. No denying. But those are all part of the collateral damages because of this prolonged violent conflict between the groups. And if we don't try to stop this violence, many other incidents of atrocities and crimes are likely to happen in future again. If we resolve the violence, if we stop the violence, I can guarantee you that there will be any sort of no further incident or criminal incident or any sort of atrocities will be happening in the future. And this very alarming situation of the establishment of a drug empire in Manipur, it has become the corridor of drug trafficking in the Western world. Continuous trafficking of 1,000 crore worth drugs being confiscated, being seized, being arrested, but there is no question of stopping it. And the drugs being, trafficked and spread all over the country. And it will again, reach out to the neighboring countries, and then it will follow up in other markets as well. Like the way the Red Golden Channel was the epicenter of the, drug suppliers of the world. Therefore, we feel that every state of the country, every youth leaders of the country, we all should know, and we have to fight the institutionalization of this narco-terrorism. If we don't uproot this, this is going to be the biggest threat to the existence of the indigenous communities of Manipur, to the national securities of the Northeast, to the national security of the country. If we don't want another Uttar Punjab, we have to control this. If we don't do this, in the next 10 years, there will be their demand for separate administration is nothing but just to create a dominated area, just to create an area of domination where they can legalize or legitimize all sort of illegal activities related with narco-terrorism industries. So in order to accomplish their aspirations, in order to fulfill their 20 years of investment since 2008, we have to fight this, we have to approve this. So it is our humble appeal to all the media houses, to all the people concerned, that we should not be carried away by certain emotive incidents, by certain criminal incidents, which cannot be owned by the whole community, which is already been rejected by the whole community. Those incidents are kind of collateral damages because of the violent conflict that has been happening for the past 75 years.
Are you referring to the video that went viral?
Including that. So this has every act of violence which has been reported are being taken up as per the law of the land. Legal actions are being taken up. Even regarding that viral video, almost 24 of them have been arrested. Investigations is going on. Trial will be carried out. So criminals are being started arresting. So we have to keep that incident in the side, and we have to focus on these core issues, complex core issues. Otherwise, the whole country will be having a very difficult situation in here. Thank you. If you have any queries,
Sir, I'm Madam from India today. I just want to ask you that if the Ministry of Home Affairs is going to review the suspension of Operation Ch, they've already started a meeting. What would you then do if they are still going ahead with even after listening to your opinion, still going ahead with the review of these related groups? And why do you think that the government has completely failed in stopping the incidences of violence in the entire? You voted the BNC government to power, but they have been they have failed at all levels to contain the violence in the state. So why is there no appeal to actually change the kind of administration, the failure of the administration from your community, and what are you going to do in case the NHS still goes ahead and does the report?
First question, regarding that, right now I'm not in a position to declare what we will do, but once I reach home, we'll be having a executive meeting and we'll be issuing an official statement. And this is not going to be a very simple or very easy thing. We are going to take some rigorous action because enough is enough. We already have been breathing under this suspension of Operation Ch for the past 25 years. They have been engaged in extortions. They have been engaged in kidnapping. If you travel on the National Highway number 2, which is the Asian Highway number 1, to the Kampong district. And regular extortions from every vehicle, every commercial vehicle are being done by those groups since 2008.
So you talked about the Zoom meeting that's happening tomorrow and how like 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 𝗠𝗘𝗘𝗧. So what I would like to ask you is that as a community, how do you see this government will have faith in the governments, both like state and central, or like what situation do you think it is? How does the community plan to do it?
What is state government? The state government has already taken a decision of withdrawing from suspension of operation from three very key groups of the from suspension of operation. One is the 𝐾NA, Key National Army. Another one is the 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦, Young Revolutionary Army, and another one is KNFMC, Key National Front Military Council. The decision was taken on March 10, 2023. The state government has already withdrawn. Taken a cabinet decision to withdraw from suspension of operation. So now the onus lies with the union government. And now that we have provided enough evidence of true violations, they should also consider all this and they should go accordingly. Otherwise,
basically, the way things have been handled, the situation that is there right now, like there are a lot of people in the relief camps also. Disturbance continues, people are not, things are not normal in this.
you're right. The kind of handling by the central and the state government is also not up to the expectations of the people, and even from different other aspects of the people are criticizing on how they are handling this. You must be knowing when the Gujarat riot happened, how many days does it took for Indian Army to control the riot? 4 days? How many days? 4 days, I think. And why is it small state like Manipur, despite 75 days of violence movement, despite the deployment of more than 40,000 Indian Army troops, another 30,000 of the state forces, how controlling? So from the ground reports, from what we have experienced, they keep standing there and remain new spectators, even if there is a close violence between the communities. This is very shocking. And one very important point I want to reveal today: the role played by the Assam Rifles is very suspicious from our point of view. Because when the first agreement that happened, kind of informal agreement that had happened in 2005, it was between the Assam Rifles and the militant groups. But you know, the irony is, those militant groups which they brought in, which they declared ceasefire towards them, they are not even an outlaw organization. The government not even declared any ban to those organizations. Then why did got them in a negotiating table is very, we have a very doubt on that policy. Then after 2008, they formalized the agreement. Then the state government has been taken as a party. It has become a private agreement. Then since that time, they have given a free hand to those militant groups to operate freely in the hill areas dominated by the Chintuki groups. Then they started, indulging in extortions, controlling village chief, started interfering with the district administrations, started bringing in migrants from across the border, give them settlement, started planting populations across the hill areas. In short, today we feel that the government of India is protecting those armed Houthi militants under the SHU agreement. They are protecting under the SHU agreement, and they have been allowed to empower themselves, strengthen themselves through the narco economy, through the drug business. When I report the earlier report that Intelligence Bureau has already reported, this means that government of India knows it. Then why are they giving us open to their activities? Why are they not trying to take any visible action? Why do they keep legitimizing their existence and their movements? So I think we have lots of questions to ask to them. But that will be asked to the people. We are also gathering certain facts, photos and videos, where the Assam rifles are. Where's the flag? They are supporting in a way. These photos, there is two flags being hoisted. One flag is of the ZRA, another one is the flag of the Indian flag. And you know, the tent that they are using here, this tent color of maroon and the green upside down, this tent seems to be the tent often used by the Assam rifles. And we also have photos, where they have been sharing good stuff and all. So, in a way, like Ministry of Home Affairs, through the executive, voting, like some rifles who are directly engaged in the field, they have used them to mobilize the armed Houthi militants. Maybe they have their own interest, but today those groups are targeting the innocent citizens of the country. And those groups are also, some of the groups are also being led by leaders from across the border. Don't you think this is an act of aggression? Some foreign nationals leading an armed group crossing the border inside Indian territory operating. Don't you think this is an act of aggression? Why can't the Home Ministry feel that way? Why can't they handle that way? So they must be having a vested interest. That is what we are going to bring out. And this cannot be taken lightly, because we have lost so many lives, we have lost so many of our houses and villages. And Manipur is being in turmoil for the last 75 days, and this situation has taken back the progress and development of Manipur back to 10 years down the line again. We have to rebuild our state from where we were 10 years back. And this is not.
Also, the parliament is going on, and it's being disrupted. Opposition having the parliament taking you also have something to also what we are now extremely clear about the situation.
Yeah, regarding tomorrow, from tomorrow onwards, we are going to meet some of the prominent political leaders who are members of the parliament, and we will brief what I have narrated to you all, and we will make them understand what is the root cause of the issue and the complex core issues as well, so that they can raise this in the parliament, and we should try to find out a permanent solution, not a temporary, firefighting measures will not work. the settlement that we want today should at least sustain for another 500 years. For the generation, for next generations to come. It should not be a temporary solution. That is why we are taking time, we are going slowly. We don't want to, run after every false propaganda, thing for that thing. We don't want to do. We will always come up with facts and figures, then we will put our agenda forward. It is how we will work. Because as I told you in my first line, we really don't have an agenda in this ongoing political violence. We are trying to defend ourselves from those aggressions. Even in the very first instance, the first week, even we feel that it was a communal riot and communal class kind of thing. That is why on 4th, on 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th of May, the 𝗣𝗏𝗦, our organization, has successfully carried out evacuation process, evacuation exercise in coordination with the Assam Rifles, evacuating those stranded people from both sides. We believe that we took more than 7,000-8,000 of Kuki stranded people in the valley to their home district in Churachandpur and other places. I myself led the convoy. My car was on the forefront. If someone shot from a sniper, I could have been, taken down. But we took that courage to do that. Why? Because we felt that it is a communal riot. It has nothing to do with the, snipers and militancy. It is between the community. So as we contact with the community leaders, we felt that it is our responsibility to, make every innocent civilian to return safe to their homes. So we reached out to Churachandpur, we hand over all their stranded people, then we brought back those people who are stranded in Churachandpur to Nepal, returned back to their homes. And it was completely finished by 11th of May. Then after that, 12th May, 13th May, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, no record of any violence, any incidents in Nepal. Then on 22nd of May, one incident happened. One of these colonies of the Kuki brothers in the heart of the city, just around 300 meters from Chief Minister's residence, there is a colony called New Labulan. New checkpoint. Then what happened? There was such a report of one Kuki resident being raised to torch down and burn. Then everyone was rushed to save it. Then later on, the police arrested one Kuki guy who torched himself just to prove that Meitei again started taking Kuki. It's on record. We have an FIR now, and that guy is being arrested.
But then you also have the viral video, which I think you talked about right now. It was the event that
Yeah. So there seems to be an engineered kind of, strategy to justify their demand for separate administration. They often say in many of the talk shows and many of the debates that we are now physically separated, geographically separated, so why not we separate legally? They haven't, pursued this agenda for every incident. When you have a naked parade video, they are demanding for separate administration. If that happens, then Uttar Pradesh would have been separated 1,000 times. Rajasthan would have been separated 500 times. Because naked parade has already happened in these caste areas several times. Recently also what happened in Manda, West Bengal. So those are criminal actions. Those are inhuman and barbaric actions. It has nothing to do with the violence. It has nothing to do with this complex, complicated political issues. But they keep asserting their agenda for every little sort of atrocities and incidents. So it seems that, and when the 10 MLA were writing to the Prime Minister for a separate administration, it was on 8 May. We even don't know what was happening at that time. But they were so restless to put forth their agenda, their right to the Prime Minister for a satellite administration. So it clearly indicates something that by logic, they haven't tried to justify on ground targeting some Meitei. They know that Meitei being the majority in the state. Meitei comprises of around 16 lakh population. They comprises of around 4.5 or 5 lakh max. So Meitei is a dominant indigenous community. So they know that Meitei will definitely retaliate when they do some kind of violent action to the Meitei community. So they find a soft target. And the soft target turns out to be the neighboring village of 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦, where majority of the populations are villagers and innocent people. They target them, 70-80 houses were burned on the same evening. Then by like 7 p.m., majority retaliated. Then they just start justifying that cookies being ethnically cleansed. But in real sense, 100% Meitei settlement in the hill areas are ethnically cleansed. No houses, you will find no houses. If we completely have the satellite image, I will share to you. I also have one videos also, I will share to you. 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 Meitei settlement comprises of around 14 villages. Sorry, 19 villages. All the villages with houses of around 1,310 houses. You won't find one house in 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 now. And many of our national media reporter friends, when they reach Sumbal and go to 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦, they have been warm welcomed by the ITLF and all those corporate so-called groups. Then they have been treated so well, then they will be briefed with their narratives. Then when the media person asks for the Meitei settlement area, they will say, we don't know, we don't have any information. That is what their response is. You know, but if you come to Nepal, you can visit those settlement areas of the country. Many of the buildings are still there, many of their houses are still there, and the people are still there. But in hill areas, in Tenopal, More, in Kampongpi, in 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦, they have been Meitei settlements are being 100% cleansed. But they are still saying that they have been cleansed from Meitei areas. Any other? Mike? What Mike?
Really possible.
You're talking, I mean, you're repeating that there is an agenda of narco-terrorism coming from the cookies, and at the same time, you seem to indicate that the whole community of cookies at least following this path. When we talk to cookies today, in one part you say that they are actually supported by their movement of separationism is supported by narco-terrorism. On the other side, they feel when you talk to them that the Meitei's violence is partly supported by the police or at least the state. That's the impression, and therefore there's a lack of trust. Today it doesn't seem that as all the cookies are spoken to, they're not ready to go back to the valley, they're not ready to engage. So what is your assessment of what could be done? If you say that this separation is not possible, what could be done to restore a bit of trust? Because if no separation has to be done, then they have to go back to the valley and trust has to come back on the human side.
Right from day one, we have been maintaining our position that those displaced people from either side, must be returned back to their place of origin. have been maintaining this position right from day one, number one. And number two, what to be done? As you have said, what to be done? First and foremost, the government of India, as I mentioned earlier, when Gujarat had one complete train was burned down. The fighting was very, aggressive and harsh, but they controlled it in 4 days. Today now is almost 79 days, 80 days running. If the government of India is keen to resolve it, they can do it. Deployment of security personnel are already there. They have already, been deployed in all these strategic locations. And those militant groups who are directly engaging in these conflicts are in terms with the government of India. They are in terms with the government of India. So if the government of India says something to them, they are going to comply. If those who are not complying, they have to use certain counter-offensive features. We are not saying just to use to the Houthi military. You can also use to the military. If there are violations of certain rules, violations of certain, things, then the government of India, we invite them to control both sides. We are not asking them to control only the Houthis and let the military, keep on targeting or attacking them. We never say that. But the thing is, the government of India is remaining a mute spectator, only all those diplomatic rifles, and they are retaliating only in the chosen locations, only in the chosen moments. And the state government has written a letter to the Home Ministry to replace 3 particular companies of the Assam Rifles. The 22 Assam Rifles, the 37 Assam Rifles, and the 9 Assam Rifles. Because the state government has got certain reports and information and evidence that they have been supporting and coordinating with the Houthi militants in attacking the vehicles. That is why the state government has written to the Home Ministry that to remove those 3 companies and replace with BSF or any other disciplined military organization. That is what the state government has done.
I heard from the other side that the position comes rather than the police seems to be backing the law of ranges and just identifying places, coming to villages before the attacks of the military. So it seems, at least in the Houthi side, that the lack of trust is definitely on the state machinery. So that's what can be done to actually show, what would you recommend to show certain signs to give back trust to the Houthis for them to come back?
Yeah, that's what I just mentioned earlier. Let's forget the state forces. State forces can be replaced by the central forces. No doubt. We don't say anything about it. Let's replace it, but it has to be done once the central forces are able to build confidence in both sides of the community. They are yet to do that. They are yet to build confidence because the Houthi community is also in certain point of time making complaint of the Assam Rifles and the security person, central security person. We are also, from the villages side, we are also having the same complaint in Senate. So it seems to be, location specifics, situation specifics. So in order to generalize it, let's deploy let's engage with the central forces directly. All the violent activities and armed activities. Then we can proceed with the identification of the illegal immigrants, which is very much legal, I think everyone should accept that. And even the Houthi people also, they don't deny that detection of illegal immigrants, they don't say that, but they are very much the entire community is being generalized, and that's what they say. So they should also progress in identifying the immigrants, and we also must follow certain laws to check the antecedents of their citizenship. And everything has to be carried out individually, not in terms of ethnicity or community. It has to be carried out individually. If they want my antecedents to be checked, we are ready to provide. I will provide my 3 grandfathers' generations data and electoral growth and everything. I will do that. They should also do with their position. Then once we are able to distinguish between these two, in Manipur we have 3 different types of Kuki communities. One is the native that has been given settlement by the Band King in 1844. Those are being naturalized. They have been considered as a native 𝐿𝑒 or Kuki community in Manipur. That one is okay. Their descendants are okay. It has to be proved and they can be given the rights and everything as per the constitution of the country. Then we have the refugee Kukis who have been given refuge in the year 1960s in several stages. In several stages, they have given refuge status. We have the documents for that, official documents, classified documents. So those refugees have to be recognized again. Then they have to be kept in certain categories. Then they have been refugee third citizen or something. Then one. Then we have another category of Kukis, that is the current illegal immigrant Kukis. And it has also to be identified and detected. Then they should also be dealt with as per the established law of the country. Then we can decide how to proceed further. Then the armed militants can also have their own, I think the way forward will come out so smoothly. Otherwise, if we don't resolve things, I don't think there will be a permanent peace in it. Because the economy power of the narco business is so high, 500 billion rupees is not at all. The state budget of my state, the annual state budget of my state is only 35,000 crore, 350 billion rupees. Only 350 billion rupees. Whereas the annual budget of narco, annual revenue of narco is 650 times, 500 to 650 billion rupees. So it can easily overthrow the government. That is why they have been floating new candidature in elections. Now they have almost seven members in the Legislative Assembly. 2 of them is the wife of the leaders of 2 groups. 2 of them is their wife, beloved wife. 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 is the wife of the 𝐴𝐴 chairman, Mr. 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗣𝗏. 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗦 is the wife of the chairman of 𝐴𝐴. So narco economy has already started penetrating inside the establishment, inside the legal system, inside the administrative system, everywhere. So they are going to completely overthrow the legitimate people's government. That is the fear. That is the fear. Thank you.
Okay. No more questions.
Bring the law. No president.
Okay, thank you everyone. Yang di pupu matang asal pergi live si lesson jarge, malam di matang asal pergi live si lesson jarge, matang asal jarga. Yang ada amkan ramsari juga. Yang ini channel sigi si content si malam ada share to win apa. Yang sing jari have a voice jarga. Yang di pupu bukan na kerum jagi. Agak seri, Rena TV yang